Trump's first term left an indelible mark on transatlantic relations. European leaders, accustomed to a cooperative and predictable US partner, were unprepared for his confrontational style and disdain for multilateralism. Key actions included NATO criticism. Trump frequently attacked NATO, questioning its relevance and accusing European allies of not contributing enough to defense spending. His rhetoric sowed distrust among allies and undermined the unity of the alliance. Withdrawal from key agreements. His administration withdrew from critical international agreements, including the Paris Climate Accord and the Iran nuclear deal, leaving Europe scrambling to fill the leadership vacuum. Trade wars. Tariffs on European goods strained economic relations, and his preference for bilateral over multilateral trade deals created friction, cozying up to authoritarians. Trump's perceived favoritism toward leaders like Vladimir Putin caused alarm in Europe, where many viewed his actions as compromising democratic values and security. One of the more peculiar yet geopolitically significant aspects of Trump's presidency was his renewed interest in acquiring Greenland. Although initially dismissed as a whimsical idea, the proposal reflected a deeper strategic calculation. Greenland's location in the Arctic, coupled with its vast untapped natural resources, makes it a geopolitical treasure. Arctic shipping lanes. The melting ice caps, driven by climate change, are opening new shipping routes, shortening trade paths between Europe, Asia, and North America. Natural resources. Greenland is rich in oil, gas, and rare earth minerals, essential for modern technologies, renewable energy, and military applications. Military significance control over Greenland would provide the US with a strategic vantage point in the Arctic, allowing it to counter Russian and Chinese influence in the region. Denmark, which oversees Greenland's foreign affairs, rejected the proposal outright, emphasizing Greenland's sovereignty. The EU rallied behind Denmark, understanding the broader implications of US ambitions, strengthening ties with Greenland. The EU increased financial and security assistance to Greenland, investing in infrastructure and local governance. Military cooperation joint exercises and bolstered NATO presence in the Arctic demonstrated Europe's commitment to protecting its interests. Trump's fixation on Greenland highlighted the intensifying global competition in the Arctic. As climate change reshaped the region, the stakes grew higher, with Europe, Russia, China, and the US vying for influence. The ongoing war in Ukraine underscored Europe's heavy reliance on Russian gas. This dependence became a vulnerability, exploited by Russia for political leverage. Trump's approach to the energy crisis, however, prioritized American interests over European stability. Trump urged European nations to abandon Russian gas in favor of American liquefied natural gas, or LNG. While strategically sound, this policy had significant drawbacks, high costs. American LNG was more expensive, further straining European economies already grappling with inflation. Undermining Russia. The policy aimed to weaken Russia's economic leverage, but ignored the immediate challenges faced by European nations. Europe sought to diversify its energy sources while reducing reliance on both Russian and American supplies. Renewable energy investments. The EU accelerated its transition to green energy, investing in wind, solar, and hydrogen technologies. Energy solidarity. Countries shared resources and coordinated policies to mitigate the crisis's impact, demonstrating resilience and unity. Elon Musk, the billionaire entrepreneur behind Tesla and SpaceX, emerged as an influential figure in the transatlantic dialogue, blurring the lines between technology, economics, and geopolitics. Musk's ventures, particularly in renewable energy and communications, aligned with Europe's priorities, electric vehicles or EVs. Tesla's popularity in Europe symbolized the continent's shift towards sustainable transportation. And Starlink, SpaceX's satellite internet service, promised to enhance connectivity, especially in remote regions, supporting Europe's digital transformation. While Musk's technologies offered solutions, his close ties to the Trump administration raised concerns. European leaders worried about Musk's influence on policy, given his connections to Trump's America First agenda. Musk's bold and sometimes controversial statements made him a wild card, complicating strategic planning. Musk's prominence highlighted the growing role of technology in shaping global power dynamics. Europe's reliance on technological innovation underscored the need for strategic autonomy and resilience against external influences. Trump's presidency served as a wake-up call for Europe, emphasizing the importance of self-reliance and regional cooperation. Europe invested in its military capabilities, reducing dependence on the United States. The European Defense Fund. The EU launched initiatives to develop indigenous defense technologies. Regional alliances countries explored partnerships beyond NATO, including collaborations with Asia and Africa. Recognizing the vulnerabilities exposed by Trump's policies, Europe focused on building a robust, independent economy. Investments in critical sectors, such as semiconductors and renewable energy, aimed to reduce reliance on external powers. Trade diversification. Europe sought to expand trade relations with emerging markets, mitigating risks associated with overdependence on the United States or China. The Arctic emerged as a focal point for international competition, with the United States, Europe, Russia, and China vying for dominance. Climate change amplified the region's significance, unlocking new resources and trade routes. Trump's Arctic policy prioritized securing American dominance. Military expansion increased U.S. presence in the region aimed to counter Russian and Chinese advances. Resource exploitation. The administration pushed for tapping into the Arctic's vast reserves, despite environmental concerns. Europe, led by Denmark, adopted a more collaborative and sustainable approach. Environmental protection. The EU emphasized the need to balance resource development with climate action. Inclusive governance. Europe advocated for multilateral frameworks to manage the Arctic, ensuring fair and peaceful cooperation. Donald Trump's second presidency marked a period of profound geopolitical turbulence. For Europe, it underscored the challenges of adapting to an unpredictable and transactional U.S. administration. From the Arctic's strategic battles to the energy crisis and the influence of technological visionaries like Elon Musk, Europe's response reflected resilience and determination to safeguard its interests. The lessons learned during Trump's presidency reinforced the importance of self-reliance, regional unity, and strategic foresight in navigating an increasingly complex global landscape. As Europe continues to grapple with these challenges, its ability to adapt and innovate will define its role in the new world order. The Arctic, energy dynamics, and technological advancements will remain pivotal arenas of competition and cooperation, shaping the future of transatlantic relations and global power structures.